Hey, what's going on, guys? We're checking out something a little bit different, a little bit unique here today. It's the Super Cavalry. This is actually a set of 3 in this small little box here. 3 little 1/44 scale, technically 1/44 scale, although I think that's going to be probably open to interpretation. But they're these little quadruped walking tank, like little mecha tanks that look pretty awesome. These would be great, I think, for some fun projects that you could do with these. So this is the first set, and there's going to be a series of these. Let's go ahead and check this out for today's video. Alright, so it's a pretty small box here, as you can see. There's not really going to be too much here on the outside other than the line art of the Super Cavalry, and like I said, this is the ZA-02. There is going to be a series of these. I'm not too familiar with the other designs that are currently being produced, but here looks like a few of the different options, basically where the body and the legs are the same, and just the armament on the top is going to be a little bit different. We got some text here in Chinese, but what I can read there in English, there's an assaulter, a burster, a controller. I'm guessing that that's maybe these 2 different, or these 3 different units maybe. Otherwise, on the bottom of the box there's another kind of x-ray image sort of the unit, and you can see like the glowing camera eye on it. I don't think this has any LED gimmick involved, but maybe it has the space. I mean, I know it's going to be small, but maybe it does have a space big enough that you could put an LED inside of there. Now, like I said, this is a set of 3, so if you take a look at, there's some extra stuff. We've got 3 bags. Each bag is going to be all the parts for a separate unit. So just taking a look here at the instructions real quick, there's once again the line art for the 3 different units, and on the inside is just our basic construction. So pretty straightforward there. We do have a parts list over here of just the 2 runners, and so basically everything with this set is just going to be ×3. And here on the back is a look at the decals that it looks like we do have included with this. So those are going to be here in this astronaut bag. It's a very small waterslide decal sheet, but there are a number of different markings on there, some in like red and black and like a darker red there for some of those stars, some in white, which are going to be very difficult for you guys to see. I know I can barely see it, but there are some decals on there. There's also this card in here, which is pretty interesting. It has like some stats on it, so I guess this is going to maybe be part of a game, or you can use this for some sort of like desktop, tabletop game, I guess, maybe. And so as for our runners, it's basically just 3 of each of these. We have a gray runner, which is runner A, and it has some of those parts on there for like the mechanical aspects of it, I guess. And then runner B here in this really nice kind of olive drab green kind of color has some more of the like outer armor type pieces. But looking on this, I mean, you can get a sense of the size of it. That's like the part for the front where the camera eye is going to be, and it's going to be pretty small. But you can also see that it's going to be pretty packed with a lot of really nice detail on this. So again, using this for either some sort of like diorama or just painting this up on its own, it's going to make a nice kind of little accessory piece or project on its own. So it should be interesting. All right, let's go ahead and get them built up and see what they're like. All right, and here is how the little guy is going to look when it's all built up. And I built this up in the burster form. That's with the missile pods there on the top. I'm just going to talk a little bit about this. I did also hand paint up one of these. I wanted to do a real quick hand paint job just to show you guys that as well. And so I actually did this during our USA Gundam Store Christmas build day the other day. And so I'll show that to you guys here in just a minute. But yeah, just to talk a little bit about just the basic model here. The missile pod on the top can be rotated side to side, and these can also be rotated up and down individually. At the legs here, you have movement side to side of each leg, and then a couple points of articulation, one at the base, one at sort of the knee, as it were, and then the little spike that you have there for the actual like foot of it can also rotate, so you can get those kind of any which way that you want. And then just between the main unit of the kind of head, as it were, and the legs, you can rotate that. So you basically like have 3 sections. You have a leg section, a body section, and then an armament section, which is on the top. Another option piece that we're going to have is this little green part right there on the top of there. That's what you're going to use for the burster and also for the assaulter form. The assaulter one has this cannon up on the top. It does have like some hollow gaps here on this side, and then over here you can see just kind of how that's going to look all the way around. No actual hole in the barrel tip, and that would definitely be a modification that would be very simple and easy to do, just to drill a little hole in there just to make that look a little bit better there. But that's what the burster or assaulter form is going to look like. For the controller form though, we're going to change that little piece on the top to this little Zaku antenna looking sort of little bit right there. We're going to add this here to the top, which looks a bit like a drone I'll say. So I don't know if it's meant to be like that this is supposed to look like a drone just on the back that it can then like deploy with the name being controller. I guess this is supposed to be more of sort of like a recon type unit or something like that. Anyway, where each form has kind of different battlefield utility, I guess, right? So you have the controller, which is sort of an observation or a recon unit, and the assaulter and the burster forms being different types of combat assault, I guess, anyway, right? So that is what the kit it looks like. And now, like I said, we have 3, so I built this one. Actually, I had some help building this one. And like I said, for this one that I built, I just did a really quick hand paint job on this, just mixed up some kind of custom colors. I wanted it to be sort of like more of a peachish color, but it definitely came out a lot more orange than I originally had planned, but that's okay. Still think looks pretty cool. But yeah, I did this just over the course of the kind of afternoon, basically. Built and painted up this little guy. So just wanted to show you guys what it might look like if you chose to do the same. I think it came out looking pretty cool for just a really quick little simple job there on him. And to give you guys a size comparison, since these are labeled as 1/44 scale, here it is next to a 1/44 scale Strike Gundam, so you can just kind of get a sense of how big these are going to be, and not very big at all. But I think it works in 1/44 scale, could also definitely work in 1/100 scale as well, so you can just kind of use it as you see fit. It's not exactly something that really makes more sense in one scale than another. Honestly, you could use this with something like a Megami Device or Frame Arms Girl as well, something that's more like 1/12 scale kind of character figure. I think it would totally work perfectly fine. That's going to be about it for this video. On my painted one, I didn't put any of the decals on there, but just as a reminder, I mean, you do have that small little sheet of decals. You could put some of those decals on if you want. I might, for the third, or for the second one actually, for the 2 that are not painted anyway, I might opt to put some decals on those when I paint them up. I'm not exactly sure what I might use them for yet, so they're definitely cool little bots though, and it's awesome that you get 3 in a box, so you can kind of play around with them. You don't have to worry about like, oh, if you only get 1, you have to kind of be a little bit more choosy about what you're going to do with it. But you have 3 in the box, so I mean, you could do 1 for one thing, you do 1 as a little simple side project for something else, and do something for something else. So it's nice that you have 3. And then looking forward to checking out some more in this line later on. I'm not sure what the other different releases are going to be like, if they're just going to be different armaments on the top, but we'll certainly let you guys know. Pretty fun little kits, and definitely let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if you guys are wanting to check some out, I don't think we've got them in yet, but we will be getting them in very soon here at USA Gundam Store, so I'll have the link in the video description down below. If you guys want to pick up some of these kits for yourself, they're fun and cheap, very simple and quick, easy to make, so they make for fun little projects or nice accessories to maybe some larger projects that you might be working on. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for checking it out. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts down in the comment section, and if you'd like to leave a like, make sure you're subscribed as well. That's also very helpful. Appreciate all your guys' support. Thank you so much. Until next time, hope you all have a great day. See you guys later. Bye bye.